Gavin Newsom signs a bill banning political speech just in time for the 2024 election. And lucky for us, it's backfiring big time. Hello and welcome to Sweet Home California. My name is Jennifer. Last Tuesday, in response to Elon Musk sharing a parody video blasting Kamala Harris, and that video was shared a few weeks back. But anyhow, Tuesday is when Gavin Newsom made good on his threat to ban political speech generated with AI. And while parody and satire was specifically exempted from the law, it will no doubt have a chilling effect, as that particular detail has not been widely reported, and that's why I wanted to bring this to your attention in this video. So, in fact, Chris Coles, who goes by Mr. Reagan, is the creator of the video at the heart of this issue, and he wasted no time in filing a lawsuit the very next day. Newsom's spokeswoman said that the law is no different than what many other states have enacted, and that since Mr. Reagan had labeled it as parody, it would not be affected by the law. So she isn't sure why the lawsuit has been brought. Well, when Elon Musk originally shared the video, the post did not include the origin, which had it labeled as parody. So perhaps that's what got Gavin Newsom so upset. Often parody and satire can be easily seen for what it is, but the fact that the AI-generated voice sounding just like Kamala and the words themselves were telling actual truths, no doubt the Democrats were concerned. Here is the video, which I'm going to right now make sure everybody knows this is parody, okay? So I'm not affected by this law. So I'm going to go ahead and put that out so that you can listen to it for yourself and see what all the hullabaloo is about.
I, Kamala Harris, am your Democrat candidate for president because Joe Biden finally exposed the senility of the debate. I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist. I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet. I had 4 years under the tutelage of the ultimate deep state puppet, a wonderful mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number one, carefully hide your total income. I take insignificant things and I discuss them as if they're significant. And I believe that exploring the significance of the insignificant is in itself significant. Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time, and there is such great significance to the passage of time. Another trick is trying to sound black. I pretend to celebrate Kwanzaa, and in my speeches, I always do my best Barack Obama impression. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's tight. And okay, look, maybe my work addressing the root causes of the border crisis was catastrophic, but my knowledge of international politics is truly shocking. The United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. It is an alliance that is strong and enduring. And just remember, when voting this November, it is important to see what can be unburdened by what has been. And by what has been, let me Joe Biden. Do you think the country went to shit for the past 4 years? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh my goodness. If you have not heard of Mr. Reagan, you definitely need to subscribe to his channel. He's gotten a lot more subs, obviously, since all this has come out, but it's often also been shared directly on X. So it doesn't necessarily show as many people that have actually seen this video from the count on his YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel, I think it's showing that it's gotten like 416,000 views. But on the post that Elon Musk had shared, I think it's well over a few million, which is what got Gavin Newsom's panties all in a wad over that. So anyhow, fortunately, just like the original Streisand effect, which if you hadn't heard, that was something that happened back in 2003. Barbara Streisand's mansion had a photograph taken of it, and she was suing to keep it from being distributed, that photograph. And even though this is well before our modern social media, it just backfires spectacularly. And so, of course, everybody knew about this photo because she was suing. And so anyhow, now that's labeled the Streisand effect, is whenever you're trying to suppress something, but it backfires on you, and instead it just gets distributed that much more. So that's exactly what is happening with these ads that are AI generated that Gavin Newsom wants to block. So the video has gone super viral, and Mr. Reagan's conservative channel has never gotten so many views and new subscribers. And he does have a lot more on his channel than just parody videos. So he does have a number of those, but he also has like actual news of what's going on and everything too. So, and he does it in an entertaining way and harkens back to a lot of quotes and things that, of course, Mr. Reagan, Ronald Reagan, our 40th president, contributed to our our conservative values here. So please go ahead and subscribe to his channel, and you won't be disappointed. All right. So, however, before I started looking into the law, this new law that Gavin Newsom signed, I myself was very concerned about how I could even cover this, because I didn't realize that the parody exception was in there, and I think that a lot of people may have had the same fear. So I thought it was important to bring this to light. And I think that's why the creator of the parody lawsuit is important. He's doing this also in order to bring that to light, and because it's going to have a chilling effect on free speech. Totally believe that. Let me see what's going on with my StreamYard here. All right. So according to the law, this is only going to apply for people who are politicians that are on the ballot 120 days before and 60 days after the election. So this new parody video by the Babylon Bee that's featuring the AI of Gavin Newsom is also free to be shared for two reasons. A is parody, and unfortunately, number two, Gavin Newsom isn't on the ballot this November. But I want to show this to you as well. So let's share that.
Governor of California. This is a message for the people of America, given in my authentically recorded, non-AI voice. Thanks to my leadership over the last several years, California has become a world leader in extremist left-wing governance. My policies were so effective that almost 1 million people are now fleeing the state every year. We even ran out of U-Hauls. During the COVID pandemic, I locked everyone in their homes and shut down businesses for months. Not the French Laundry, though. That's my favorite restaurant. Last year, I cleaned up the dangerous, messy streets of San Francisco, because Chinese Communist President Xi was coming. And I really wanted to impress him. He's my boss, after all. This year, I signed legislation that allows me to take custody of your kid if you refuse to give him artificial hormones and chop off his genitals. Because if you don't do that, you're a bigot. And bigots shouldn't be allowed to have kids. I've also led the way in green energy by banning all cars that don't run on electricity. Then I banned almost all the electricity. This is smart leadership. On my watch, the cost of living and homelessness have skyrocketed. Schools are failing. Drug dealers and human traffickers are pouring across the border. And poop has covered the sidewalks of San Francisco. This is the positive, joyful vision we offer as Democrats. That's why I'm enthusiastically endorsing Kamala Harris for president in 2024. She'll do to the country everything I did in California. Anyway, I'm California Governor Gavin Newsom, and I approve this 100% real message, which is a recording of my voice without the assistance of any AI whatsoever. This isn't a deep fake, and you can rest assured that it isn't, because I just signed an unconstitutional law outlawing deep fakes. No one would dare violate it. Thank you, and science bless America.
I don't know if you can see this here. It says official Gavin Newsom election ad, and it's from the Babylon Bee. But anyhow, I just want to add my 2 cents in there that even though that ad, that video specifically wasn't labeled parody, the Babylon Bee is known for his parody. So hopefully they're going to be safe. And I'm just want to put that out there so that this video of that's sharing that will be safe. It is a parody. Gavin Newsom is not real. It's not really Gavin Newsom. However, I think if you listen to that again, you will see that just about everything in there. In fact, I'm not sure that anything in there was not true. Everything in there was absolutely exactly what he's doing. Anyhow, God help us. You notice he said in there, science plus America. Yeah, because they don't believe in God. All right. So anyhow, I want to encourage you to get involved this election cycle. There's still time. We still have some 40 plus days before the actual election day. So even though ballots are going out right now, there's still plenty of things that you can do to help with election integrity. There's still time to volunteer to be an election precinct worker in your county. There are some states that allow you to be what's called a ballot chaser. I think Arizona, Carrie Lake was talking about that. Look up the information for your county's website or call. I'll put a link in the description. That is like a catch-all where no matter where you're from, it'll direct you, help you find the contact information that you need in order to get involved with the election process in your county. Many areas are understaffed. I know in my county in California, in Kern County, we're very understaffed. We have people that are being driven in. They come an hour and a half away to help run our elections in our small little town in Kern County because we don't have enough people volunteering that are in our little town of 18,000 people. We can't get 10, 15 people to volunteer. So please volunteer. That's the way that we're going to make our elections more honest, more transparent. And anyhow, even though I use the word volunteer, most of these places, every place that I looked up, in fact, they actually do pay you for your time. So if that's not the case in your area, let me know. But I'm pretty sure just about every place is going to give you some sort of compensation for your time. So it's not going to necessarily be a lot, but hey, it's something, and you're doing your civic duty. So please look into that, okay, and participate. Also, I don't want you to be afraid of what lies ahead. We want to be on the side of truth, of course. So this new law from California should not in any way deter us from communicating our message. However, the parody videos that were seemingly the target of this new bill are specifically exempt. And no doubt about it, the reason they wanted them to appear to be the target is because they tell the truth. They tell it in an entertaining, hilarious way that I think will break through people that are even on the left side already. So in any way, I'm sure that's exactly why they're making it appear that they are the target, even though the law itself specifically exempts them, because they don't want that truth to get out there. So continue to share these videos in the whole truth, acknowledging that as AI generated and encouraging people to check for themselves just how true the statements are. And I do want to wrap this up with Psalms 46, 1-3, because we don't want to be afraid. We want to be full of courage. But we may have some tumultuous things still in our future here, but that doesn't mean that God doesn't have it in control. So Psalms 46, 1-3, as God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging. So be of good courage. God's got this, and we have our part to play, and take up that role. All right. God bless, and I will talk to you next time.